we're going to be writing more of the main story today. And for people that haven't seen the main story so far, we have an Instagram account, and we'll be posting pictures of the game, visuals here like we have here of Lakefall so far, and also posting the main story. So anyone that wants to read the main story so far, it's here. There's only like 5 pages, and Chuck won that. He won. He got the most votes for his submission, so we went his direction with the story. And I've thought of a way to carry it on today. It ended with a scream. Someone screamed, so it looks like the story's getting a little bit dark now, but will it? It's going to be a completely wacky story. Sometimes it'll be dark and twisted, and sometimes it'll just be really light-hearted and funny, probably. It's going to just be a mess, but I like that. It's really cool and unique that loads of us are writing a story together. I make different folders and character sheets and notes and keep them all organised. That's really cool. That's awesome. Took me a while to 100%. Oh, Kindled, I just started a Fallout 4 playthrough actually. I've only played the first like 3 hours, but it's fun. I got really depressed after the opening scene of what happens to your husband or your wife. It's a bit sad. I got sad. I was nearly crying. The last one is me and Weird Al, I mean. Weird, awesome. Yeah, it's a really good job, Darth, on that costume. It made me remember I wanted to play Dr. Mask. Next time it's going to be hella modded. Love Fallout, all great games. Yeah, Elder Scrolls, Fallout, I like them both. And I'm really looking forward to Bethesda's space game. Is it called Starfield? There's not been much revealed on it yet, but I really want a Bethesda space game. That'd just be super exciting. There's 2 mods that let your spouse survive. Really, Liquid? I am playing it on PC actually, because someone bought it me on Steam. So I thought I might as well play it on PC. Because it's totally fine, even though my PC is super old now, and I can't stream PC games anymore. I can play them as long as I'm not streaming or using OBS. It's OBS that really is the problem. But yeah, that would be cool. I want my spouse to live. Still need to continue my Skyrim run, going through and replay. Yeah, I started Skyrim again as well, and I was like, I don't know why, but I suddenly couldn't be bothered to play it. Like, I was really excited. I was like, yes, I'm going to play Skyrim today. I'm going to make a mage. They're going to be super strong and powerful. And then when I finally, I did it. I created my character, and I was like, yeah, this character's awesome. And then when I started, I just lost interest. I don't know why it happened, because I was really excited. So I started a Fallout 4 playthrough instead. But maybe I'll get the Skyrim merge again at some point. Wanted to check in and see how things were. Hope you all have a good day, evening and rest. Thank you, Rod. It's always a joy to see you. And to know that you never forget about me. Bless you. I hope you have an awesome day yourself. Let us know how everything goes, Rod. Playing a lot of Smash Bros now. Are you good at that, Kindled? I suck at that game. I always get beat, but... Always die. I don't even have the game, but I played it round Rex's house when I went to visit him. But he's super good at that game, so he kicks my butt. Have a lot of mods picked for Fallout 4. Gonna need to play again one day. One is for Nate, one is for Nora. Once you find them again, you can use them as a companion. Oh, that's good. I kind of want that now, because I don't want him to die. When Borderlands 3 comes out, that's going to be the end of me. Borderlands 3. I'm excited for Cyberpunk. Yeah, Cyberpunk. And Final Fantasy 7 Remake. They're kind of my 2 games, but they're not out until next year, are they? But it's like September now, so it'll be next year in no time. So yeah, we're on Disney Chapter 1 Part 1, so we're going to start Chapter 2 Part 2 today, because we finally finished the maps. All the flowers are in the Everbloom Forest now. It was very time consuming, but I got them all down. These are all our maps. The maps aren't quite finished though, by the way, even though they're all done and the flowers are there. I still want to do the cliffs. I want to make the cliffs look a bit more old and viney and dirty. So that's the one thing I want to change. But I'm going to do that off stream in the week. And there's a lot of boring stuff to do with the parallax mapping as well. I need to make sure the player can walk behind trees and not over them. But that's super time consuming to do as well and requires lots of work in Photoshop. And so there's a few little extra bits to do, but the maps themselves are down now and they're there, and that's the main thing. That's the big job done. So now the mapping's done, we can finally continue with the fun things like the story and the enemies. And I was actually tempted for us to decide the boss of this dungeon together today. He's going to be residing here. He's going to be, the boss is going to be here, which is the last map of the Everbloom Forest. We don't know who it is yet or what sort of monster it is. I thought we could decide together. I was going to like find some assets and of maybe about 8 monsters and put them in a poll and everyone could vote for the one that they want to be the boss. But I think it's too early to do that because we actually have to do the story first for the first main quest. We can't jump the gun just yet because the first main quest event is here on the 3rd map. This little girl right here. And if you read the story on Instagram, you'll see what I mean because it talks about the little girl in the cabin and the scream. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And once that part of the story is done, I think that'll be when we can think about what the boss could actually be. We'll see. Going through World of Light, I like making spirit teams and I want to collect them all. What's World of Light? Is that a game? I'm a noob. I'm such a noob. I play that game for years. Borderlands. I 100%ed Borderlands 1 back in the day. And I did play a bit of Borderlands 2, but I think I was like in a really busy period of my life during the Borderlands 2 release, so I'd never got much time to play it. I did really love Borderlands 1. The 2 I'm looking forward to are Last of Us 2 and Cyberpunk. I'm just so excited for Cyberpunk, even though I've never played a Cyberpunk game before and I don't really know much about the game. I'm just excited because it's the devs of The Witcher. And that's what I know, that they're amazing, so I trust that it's going to be a great game. And okay, so we also, let's get our polls up because we did some voting. We decided what the names for map 3 and map 4 are. We're gonna have to name map 5 and 6 today. And I keep the polls open for a while, for at least a day or so. And then I keep the voting open for a week, just so everyone who doesn't get a chance to come to stream gets a chance to add to the polls and to vote. But the winners are me for map 3, Silent Haven, and map 4, Makara won, Tallstone Mountain, 8 votes. Well done. I need to copy this, but I need to take a screenshot so I've got evidence of the results. So I'm going to do that now before we put up the next poll. The OG Cyberpunk game from 1988 and 1991 are like D&D but set in dystopian cyberpunk future to 2013. Yeah, I mean, I really like dystopian kind of settings. The one thing I'm worried about with Cyberpunk is that you have to drive a car, don't you? And I know that I'm going to be awful at that. I cannot drive cars in games. It's why I've never really played Grand Theft Auto. Because I'm just terrible at driving cars. I just crash everywhere. I know it just takes practice though, really. Okay, so I'm going to just open Paint. Because I need to take a screenshot of this before I delete it. I like to keep like an archive of all the polls we've done. So I'll be literally a couple of minutes doing this, but I'll talk to chat at the same time, of course. Well, I'll try my best. What music is this? It's familiar, but I forgot what Final Fantasy it's from. Okay. There we go, that's the right size. You love GTA 5? Play that game a ton. Can't wait for Cyberpunk. Gonna try super hard not to buy any new games for a while and work through my backlog. Do you think you'll be able to resist buying Cyberpunk on release day though? I've already decided that, I mean, I'm not the sort of person that buys games on release day either. Because I'm a frugal. I like to wait till till they get cheaper. But I've already promised myself that I will be buying Cyberpunk and Final Fantasy 7 on release day. They're like the only games that I'll be doing that for. Okay, so I'm still just copying and pasting all this nonsense. I'm a fuss pot and I like it to look good and presentable. This is a pretty track, even though I forgot what Final Fantasy it's from. I'm ashamed of myself for forgetting. Nearly done. Okay, so now I've just got to save it. I can delete them all and we'll put the next pod up. I've got a couple of ideas for names of the next two maps, but we'll see. Others might have better ones. Okay, saved. So I'm just going to delete all this. Actually, before I delete it, I'm going to copy and paste that because I'm going to want to copy and paste it for the next question. Just makes it easier than writing it up the whole thing out again. But I like the name ideas Peeps had. You guys are super creative. Hi Drake, how are you doing today? Hope you're having a good day. You might get Cyberpunk. One of the bonuses they're giving with the purchase of Cyberpunk is a PDF copy of the Cyberpunk 2020 RPG rulebook. Oh, that's cool then. Do you have to pre-order it to get that though, or do you just get it if you just buy? I've never pre-ordered a game, you know. I just buy it on the release date because I don't like the idea of paying for something before it's even come out. I like to get the game first. But I know that you get incentives, I suppose. Okay, so right, so we got Photoshop opened up. There we go. Okay, so this is map 5. I'm going to just put the number there because peeps need to know that it's map 5. And oh yeah, I've got to resize the map as well because Discord doesn't let you upload images if they're too big. So 25% maybe. That looks super small. That's it. Oh yeah, that's it. This is at 100%. That's fine. Well, the quality looks dreadful when you reduce it that small. I've got mouth burps going on. Got the burps. Okay, so that's map 5 and this is map 6. And I just put the maps in with the pub so people actually know what the map looks like to help inspire ideas for the names. And you don't have to submit any ideas if you can't think of any. I mean, I think last time we only had 3 people submit ideas, but some polls have more submissions than others, but there's always something good there, and I always put my suggestion down anyway, just in case nobody else has any ideas. Okay, so let's upload them. I'm good. I'm glad to hear it, Drago. Hope your week's been treating you well. If I recall, they're including with every purchase. They said not offering a pre-order bonus because they want everyone to feel like they're not missing out. That's awesome. That's another reason I like the dev team. I've been in a really creative mood. I'm going to buckle down and start practicing drawing when I get my station set up. Yeah, and we're putting a creative channel in our Discord, so you can show us your drawings if you want to when it's up. I'm very shy with sharing my creative work, so I can understand it if people don't do that. But some people want to. Cannot find the folder. There it is. Okay. So let's just get rid of Photoshop, then we can get Discord back up. Delete the heart reaction. We don't need it on that. I don't know. Hang on. I feel like those pictures look bloody small and ugly. I feel like they were better last time, but no, there's actually no difference. The main thing is that people see what it looks like. They don't have to see detail, I suppose. Ugh. Look gross. So much better when it's not reduced to such a small size. This is another reason why I have to make the cliffs look better, because they just don't look good. But the good thing is in game, it's on like such a smaller, you don't see the whole map, you just see it like a certain cropped section of it. So it doesn't look as bad in game, it's much prettier. Okay, so map 6. Your files are too powerful? How is that powerful? When oh, I didn't resize that one, did I? I forgot because I'm silly. 25%. You know, good naming method: one noun, one adjective to town and buildings, weird sounds for character names like typos, and single words for words and state. That's cool. I've been like trying to think of good naming methods myself, and I usually just like type in forest name generator in Google, but I don't really think they're that creative. I've hoped that they are, but they're not. But yeah, I think that combo sounds cool, a noun and an adjective together. One thing I've also done is like I've made a list of first words and second words, and I combine them to see what sounds good. Kind of made my own generator in a way. I love this track. I like CDRP policies on the whole. Directly from GOG. Oh, you're getting it on GOG. GOG's cool. I play Gwent on GOG. The Lazy Swan. I like the name Lazy Swan for a tavern. It's cool. Glam. And World of Sip. Kindle, you're creative. You should make a game yourself. Okay, so I did copy and paste. So at least we don't have to write up again. We're going to name in those maps of the Everbloom Forest. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Northwest of it. Best Cascade won the poll for map 1, and Winding Way. Yeah, I always like putting what won the others. Was it Silent Haven? Yeah, Silent Haven won the poll for map 3. So loads of different people have won. Like Blessed Cascade was Akira's submission, Winding Way was Rex's, and Silent Haven was mine, and what's the High Jade Mountain is Makara's. So it's always a different person that wins the polls, which is good because everybody gets their. I like it when everybody's like contributed. Toaster. I'll actually put these on separate lines. Looks better, I think. What should we name? The 5th? And the 6 maps. So yeah, you have to put a number before it because so peeps know what the submission's for. There we go. I've got to open the thingy though, because I don't think we've got the permissions. There we go. Favourite ice cream flavours? Fudge Ripple Forest. That's actually awesomely good. I really like that one. This is why I want you guys making sure you submit things, because there's probably some really awesome sounding ideas that you've got. Yeah, D&D, a D&D campaign rather than a game. Yeah, it's a little bit less time consuming. It's more faster paced a D&D than a game. But yeah, that sounds cool. Cool idea. Okay, so I'm going to submit my idea. Let me just look, because I've got like a few ideas for names. So map 5. community polls. I'm going to copy and paste that because I'll probably do a few. So map 5, so I need number 5. I think I really just like the word serpent because I put that in one of my other losing submissions last week. A fork is something that, hang on, I want to make sure I've got this right. Fork is like divided into 2 parts. I'm right, yeah. Just wanted to double check that. I wanted to make sure. So I might put 2 for each. But yeah, if you guys have got ideas yourselves, we got a quick link, poll 2. Yeah, okay, that should lead to it. I hope it does. But like I say, I'm going to keep these mapped out. It's not going to just be for the stream, for naming. I'm going to leave them open for the day, for the submissions. I try to keep them then voting for the whole week, so people get a chance to add theirs, because people don't always get a chance to come to the stream, especially today because it's apparently a holiday in the US, isn't it? So people are having lions, they're not at work. Okay, now I had another idea for this. I've got the second word, but I can't think of a good first word. You know what? I'm going to just have that submission. Got a better one for number 6. This is a creepy track. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking, guys. That's why I'm quiet. Yay! Now I do want to put another one for 5. I'm just being very indecisive about what I could call it. Yeah, I have loads of good second words, but not first words. Okay, I've got an idea for the 6th one, but I want to think of one for the 5th first. This one's a bit boring, but it'll do. Because it kind of is at the west, so it's the west map, so maybe. Okay, so community polls, no, number 6, so what was my idea? Forgot. So many good second words and so many not enough first words. There's so many names, there is so many possibilities. I feel like I need to get some blooming generator up to just think of some adjectives. That's what I need. Right, I'm just start looking at my phone for some good to inspire me some adjectives. Well, these adjectives are lame. Some are okay, but let's go on another website. "100 exquisite adjectives." This is better. These exquisite I've never even heard of these words. They're good, but I'm honestly not heard of them. I've googled pretty adjectives. Oh my goodness. Now these adjectives are lame. They're too generic. kind of have one. It'll do, I think. But honestly, I think other you guys might come up with better. But if not, at least vote for which one of mine you like the best. There's time though. We'll have these up. We'll have the voting open for a whole week. And maybe I'll keep the submissions up for longer if we need more. But I'll at least keep them open for 24 hours. At the minimum. Or until I go to bed tonight. Because sometimes I have to turn off the bot. I have no choice. Sometimes it just goes off if my computer's on sleep. I want to at least submit one more. So just got to think of a good adjective because I've got a good second word. Another thing that I do sometimes to inspire myself for names for areas and that is look at what they're called in other games. I looked at some random Final Fantasy 14 names for areas on the maps. I wonder if World of Warcraft has any good map names. I have no idea. Yeah, there's some good ones actually. Some good second words anyway. Well, it's always the second words, but never the first words. You know, I've got a submission, but it's a really weird one. But I might as well do it. The belly. I don't know, it just kind of looks like that, a belly to me. It's the belly of the forest. But I mean, it could be something else. It could be a head. The head of the forest. Could be a hand. Who knows? I always like like for second words for that one, I thought like overlook, point, belly, peak. I don't know. It's high up and it's kind of like a more open-y area compared to the more narrow paths of the other parts of the forest. But you guys could, if you have any ideas, then I would bloody love to see your submissions, because I actually struggled with these two maps compared to the first four, which I came up with names a little bit better. But okay, so you're gonna have to name. Let's get RPG Maker back up. So my head's in the way, but this part my head's covering is all the maps in the game. They're all here. So we have to name the third and the fourth because I haven't done that yet. Over Bloom Forest, what was it? Silent Haven? Yeah, Silent Haven one. It's going to be it's quite an ironic name really. This is for the third map considering what's going to be happening in the story here. Is it Tollstone Mountain? Okay, so then I'm out. And it'll be fun when we've got the names for the final two. That'll all be done. It just makes the forest so much more interesting having those names for the areas rather than just bloody north or south or something. This game's going to have hundreds of area names because every screen has a name. I know, right? I mean, that's cool though, right? It allows us to really be creative and think things. If it was just me on my own having to think of all these names, I'd be like, oh my goodness. But sometimes you guys will be helping me and you'll come up with some great ones. I know it. Okay, so what is the next task of the day? Yeah, the first task was to get the polls up for those last two maps, so that's done now. I've saved the results for the last week's poll. Yeah, main story quest time. So I'm gonna, this main story quest submission thing, I'm gonna have to leave this one open for definitely a week at the minimum, because people will have to get their votes in for this. It's important, and I want people to have time to submit. It'd be a shame if like someone's away for a week and they're like, oh, I didn't know, I missed out, and they might have had a good idea. So I might even keep it open longer than a week. I know. It'll mean I have to have the bot open constantly on my computer though, which isn't a problem, but it means I have to leave it on at all times. But one thing I could do actually is I could close the poll at night for the main story, but open it in the daytime, so people will just have to come back and submit during the day. I'll just have to like write a note saying bot isn't online, submissions will reopen during the daytime or whatever. That's an idea, because it'll save me having to have the bot open on my computer forever. Okay, so this, I've made a channel for the main story, which is here. It's blank at the moment, but I have a Discord channel here. This is just a fake Discord channel. This is where I just like practiced these things just before I created them on my own to see if it worked. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste. So these were all the submissions last time for the first part of the story. We actually did these submissions on a poll website. I think it was poll.ly that we did them on, but we changed Discord to stop cheating, to stop people cheating and stuff. So this is going to be fun. Dixie, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a good Monday. What is wrong with my mouse? Okay, so people won't be able to write in this channel. They can read, but they can't send the messages, because it'll work the same as how the community polls work. So what I'm going to do, this is where I'm going to just add more to here so people know what to do. And the main story. Actually, I'll put that first. I'll just zoom in because I feel like you guys probably can't see the text. Thank you, Dixie. That's very kind to say. Hope you're having a good Monday. How's your day going? This is where all submissions go for the main story and community polls. To enter your submission, type the main story, or yeah, so it works it's going to work the exact same as the community polls do, with the with the way that it's done. So I just put that so people know what to do. Okay, so, oh no, I have to copy and paste it again. Final Fantasy 14 music. I recognise Final Fantasy 14 music. Okay, so let's write the main story, chapter 1, part 2. Finish the incomplete paragraph yourself or vote for what others have submitted. The one that gets the most votes will be where we take the story. Okay, so delete that because that's the last times part. I have one submission for this. I quite like mine, but who knows what ideas others might have. Right, so now I've got to write it out. Oh, one thing I should probably do as well is this. See chapter 1, part 1 here. And put the link to the Instagram story because some people might not know what the, what the story was before. Well, I'll put read chapter 1, part 1 here. Have trouble coming with big grand story ideas. Yeah, I mean, I made clear that with this project, people don't need to be able to write well. It's just a fun thing, and I'm just really I find it amusing and fun to see what people come up with. It could just be something stupid. I mean, once someone's idea was a sentient barrel, you know what I mean? It's just wacky, this game. It's not going to make any sense whatsoever, but it's going to be fun. Okay. So read chapter 1, part 1 here. No. Is that how I've done links? Yeah, I think I've just put the link in HTTPs and that should link. Okay, so people can read it there if they want to read what happened before, if they don't know. Finish the incomplete paragraph yourself or vote for what others submitted. The one that gets the most votes will be where we take the story. Right. Now this is where things are going to get interesting because looking at the story, I'm going to read it out. It's the summer's day in Lightfall, which is our first village of the game. You've probably seen it a lot when I've had RPG Maker open. It's the village that is part of the Everbloom Forest, basically. The hero pokes their head out the barrel they hid in to get there and is startled to discover that the barrel can talk. Later in the day, one of the villagers gives the hero a quest. The hero must go to the forest and ... See, that's the bit I wrote. Basically, the bit here on the first page is what I wrote. But now this bit, the second bit in the white text, is what the winning viewer submission was. Look for the village's little sister. She went out earlier that morning to pick some flowers but has yet to return. So this is what a first quest of the game is. We've got a quest log in the game, like a journal system. And it's a quest to find the innkeeper's sister. She's in the forest and the brother's worried about her. So that is the reason we're going in the Everbloom Forest in the first place, to look for this little sister. So who knows how this is going to go, right? Most of my ideas are small quest level. We are going to do side quests soon. Once this main quest business is over and done with the boss and that, and we're back in the village, probably thinking of some side quest ideas as well. Normally the villager would look themselves, but they can't leave the inn unattended. As the hero begins down the simple path, the forest continues to get more dense with every step. The hero remembers that the villager mentioned his sister frequents a lake a little ways in, which is the third map of the Everbloom Forest. As the hero continues down the beaten path, they catch a glimpse. Like, this is quite a long submission. When people do submissions, they don't necessarily have to make it really long. They can literally just write a sentence if they want, or they can write a paragraph. You know, it's up to the person. So, like, if we look at the Discord, for example, these were the submissions. Like, this was the long one, but one of them, like, here is literally just befriend Tiger. Someone just put a few words, which is fine. Like, you know what I mean? It can be as brief or as detailed as you want it to be. Okay, so the hero continues down the beaten path. They catch a glimpse of a little cabin off in the distance, which we have. If we look at RPG Maker, this is the cabin. The little girl's here. I don't know if you can see her, but she's the... I'm going to zoom in for you. She's this square here. She's not going to be the graphic we use, because this is a default graphic. I'm actually going to make some edits to her visually. And this is the cabin that it's talking about that's in the distance. And this is the lake, and she's picking flowers and stuff. That's why she's here. So we'll have to create all the dialogue and stuff once we've decided the story. And hi White, how are you doing today? And hi 6, welcome to the stream, guys. White What knows what this project is. White What's a regular here, but I'm gonna, for anyone lurking or anyone who's new, because I've seen Dixie and 6 new faces and stuff, and anyone else that's new, that is the link, the command for you guys, if you're interested in what we're doing. When we're creating a game together, an RPG game. It's fun. It's just a fun, casual thing. It's not a serious project. The story's going to be as wacky as hell. And it's nothing professional, and it's going to be free to play. This is just like a fun community bonding kind of activity that we do together, because we love RPGs here and we love stories. We got a poll. We do a lot of polls as well in our Discord. So what should we name the maps of the Everbloom Forest? That's what we've been doing for the last few weeks. If you click that link, it'll lead to the Discord, and we have let's just get it up. This is our Instagram page, but here's the Discord. We have 2 polls today. Well, yeah, get your votes in, guys. Thank you for the vote, by the way. One of mine. It's only me that's submitted today so far, but I do generally keep the polls open for at least a day, because I know it's going to be a quiet one today, because you Americans are on a holiday today. It's a holiday day for Americans, and a lot of my viewers are workers who watch me during their office hours. So they're all in bed at the moment. I don't blame them. Gotta have your lions. So for those guys, I'm like, obviously they might want to submit later when they wake up. So but yeah, feel that poll's going to be open. So for a day, I keep saying, that's why I love D&D. Yeah, it's why I love D&D too. So yeah, and these are the last maps of the Everbloom Forest. We're done with the Everbloom Forest now, guys. It's not 100% finished. There's a lot of boring bits to do still. With the parallax mapping, a lot of setting up and overlays with the trees I've got to do. But at least all the design and the layout and the flowers are down now. And I still want to do the cliffs. I want to add some stuff to the cliffs. It's going to just make it look so much more realistic and old and lived in when the cliffs are done. So as I was saying, this is our cabin and our little girl that the story starts off with. So as the hero approaches, oh, hang on, sorry guys, I haven't put it up. As the hero approaches, they hear a faint scream from what sounds like a girl, but it's impossible to tell what direction it's come from. The hero continues with haste to the cabin to find a little girl in ankles in the water feeding some fish, which is, she's there, as you can see. The little girl looks back. Yes, it's my inn, but my brother does work for me. You're the innkeeper? Yeah, a little girl can be an innkeeper, surely. Yes, what can I do for you? Oh, your brother was worried that you hadn't returned. The hero suddenly realises this wasn't who screamed and turns around to scan the forest. But if you're here, then who was screaming? So basically, it's ended with a scream. And it isn't the girl. So the question is, who is it? And this is why I've had to think. I've had to be creative and think of how we can continue this story. So I'm going to write a few sentences for what's going to happen next and who this scream's going to come from. And you guys have the option to continue from where I've finished. And you can submit as many submissions as you want. You're doing that right now. Let's get it. You can submit as many as you want if you have multiple ideas. And basically, the community will vote. And the one that gets the most hearts, just like the community polls, the one that gets the most hearts will be the one that wins and where we take the story. So, exciting times. And now I'm going to have to write it. So, I'm going to zoom in so you can all see. What are the results from the previous poll? Oh, yes. So I've took a screenshot of them because I'm keeping an archive of all the results. And eventually I want to get some sort of website to put them all up on so people can look back and see that archive. I could always just put them in the Discord here, but there'll be a lot of links. But that's a possibility. Right, but the winners were Silent Haven and Tallstone Mountain. So I think Tallstone Mountain was your submission, am I right? That one got a lot of votes. It was a good one. So Blessed Cascade is map 1, Winding Way is map 2, and Silent Haven is map 3, and Tallstone Mountain is map 4. So it's just map 5 and 6 now. Yes, yeah, well done. Well done. And it's always been a different person that's won. For the 4 maps we've named, it's always been a different winner, which is nice because everyone gets their chance then. But it's whoever gets in first, really, with the submission ideas. Because I always think the people that put their ideas in first are more likely to get the votes because they're already there. So, okay, so let's get back in the Discord. Okay, so we heard the scream. The hero is in the Everbloom Forest, he's found the innkeeper's sister, and he actually finds out that she's actually the innkeeper, the little girl. So that's a little twist. Little girls are awesome, basically. that's what we found out here. And then the hero hears a scream. We basically refer to them as the hero and we call them a they when we write this story. We don't call them he or she, because the gender is decided by the player when they're in the custom character generator. So basically, if anyone that submits does call the hero he or she, it doesn't matter, because when I rewrite the story in Instagram and put it up, I'll just change it to they, if there is any typos like that. I had to do it a couple of times with the last submissions, so it's all good. Okay, so the scream happens, and here is what happens next. So the hero hears the scream again. It's coming from the cabin. So yeah, that's where the scream is, in the cabin. Who would have guessed, right? The hero goes inside and sees a pale, dark-haired woman in a cage. Judging by her teeth, she appears to be a vampire. Bet you can't guess what's happening now. Who could that be, right? The little girl follows. I did tell you guys that there's going to be another party member joining. So the little girl follows the hero inside and says, "It's called Rose. I named it after a flower I picked." The hero frowns. "It? She's calling me an it. How dare she?" The little girl nods. "It isn't human. It can't even talk properly." The little girl clears her throat and looks at the hero. "I need you to do something very important for me. ... Okay, so also another very important thing I need to do is, because we've introduced one of the characters, which is me. I am the one in the cage, the vampire. Because we've introduced me to the story now, I'm going to have to put a link so you guys can actually read about me. We're going to read my character sheet now, so you can actually get a bit of backstory and detail for my character in case you're not sure. So it all makes sense and it might inspire some ideas as well. "Well, I can't believe hero judges people by their teeth. How rude." Yeah, she's a bit like, I'm a vampire, and it just to give that visual idea, really. But yeah, vampire teeth are badass. I'm proud of my vampire teeth. See character sheet for Rose to read more about her. Oh, I'm more offended that I'm called an it by the little girl. How dare she? A character sheet for Rose to read more about her. I quite like my character. My character's very weird. As you should be able to tell by reading the sheet. She's not a traditional female hero at all. I've made her really, but I think she could be very interesting for sure. So you character sheet for us to read more about, and that's the link. I think. So before I do enter it and submit, we're going to just read my character's character sheet. So I am a playable character in the game, which I felt at this point in the story introducing another playable character was ideal, because at the moment it's just the hero who's fighting monsters, and I think we need a second character to just balance out those battles a bit. Usually in RPG games the second party member is introduced quite early on, so this is going to be interesting, because it's going to be interesting to see how people carry on this story now and what they're going to say is the important thing that the hero has to do. So whatever it is, we'll make it work somehow, and it will lead to Rose joining the party. I'm hyped for my character. I can't wait for me too. She's awesome. And I'll be making your character sheet and Silence and Lost at the same time probably. And what I'll do is when they're done, I'm going to tweet them on Twitter, and then I'll put the links in the Discord for them as well. Because I like to put them on Twitter to get a bit of hype. A little bit of hype for the characters. Okay, so I used to be a farmer until one night I woke up and discovered... I basically turn it into first person, the character sheet. So even if somebody's wrote it in third person, I just turn it into first person for consistency. I used to be a farmer until one night I woke up and discovered I was turned into a vampire through sorcery. So basically, I am a human, but my vampire state is through sorcery, so yep. As I ruminated why this has happened to me, my thirst for blood grew stronger. I couldn't bring myself to kill innocents, so I resorted to consuming my beloved livestock. As an animal lover, this was difficult for me. Absorbing their blood made me become feral and take on animal-like traits and behaviour. I now spend my days wandering the lands alone, feeding off wild creatures. Eventually, I became brave enough to kill bandits, but taking down humans has made no difference. I'm still feral. The damage is irreversible. So basically, I'm not a badass vampire at all, like you'd expect. I mean, everyone would have thought I'd be a badass vampire, but I'm literally animalistic and I don't even talk properly. I'm kind of a bit like, if you know the game Chrono Trigger and the Cave Lady, she's kind of my inspiration for the character. I'm kind of gonna, her speech patterns and that are gonna be quite similar to Rose's, because she's an utter badass. And the goal is to belong somewhere. And these are like my emotional, my stats, like what I am. So, what is your biggest flaw? I am naive about the world. Which is kind of true in real life, in some ways. Can we collab on my character sheet? Yeah, like what we can do is like, know the form you filled in. Basically, anything you filled in that I use for the character sheets. And if there's something I'm like, oh, I don't know what to put there, I'll send you a DM or something and ask. But if you wanna just say something now, or you have something new that you want to say about your character, then feel free to DM me to let me know. But all the questions that you answered in your form when you filled it in are all linked to this, so it should be pretty straightforward to put together. But what I'll do is when it's done, I'll send it you, and if you confirm that you like it, then that's when I'll make it public. Okay, so what is your biggest fear? I can't speak any words, so being unable to form deep connections with others due to them not understanding me is something I fear. I also fear others won't trust me and assume I will kill them, leaving me isolated for all eternity. What is your deepest, darkest secret? The people I encounter doubt that I'm sentient. In truth, I'm 100% sentient and understand everything going on around me, but there is no way to communicate this. So actually, I don't know. Like, although the girl in Chrono Trigger does speak, like, Rose is going to be she's going to be even more feral than her, I'd say, because she's not even able to say, I understand you. So she probably literally is like an animal in a lot of ways. But maybe things will change over time. Who knows what the story holds? She might be able to talk one day. That could be a possible character arc. But she's... okay, so that's a character sheet, and I'm glad that I've put that there so peeps can understand her, because otherwise people might get a bit confused at this point and not know what the hell's going on in the story. But I'm Rose Ray, I'm the creator of the game, so I hope people will at least click that it's me. So right, so yeah, I'm gonna submit this now, and I'm gonna enter my submission because I have one submission. It's a short one, but I have one, and I'm gonna get that one in. And if anybody else has got any ideas, now's the time to get your thinking caps on. So I will be leaving this main story channel open for a while because I want peeps to get their votes in, because it might take some time for some submissions to build up. And I will probably close the submissions when I go to bed at night because of the bot not being online, but then I'll reopen them again in the morning. Serious question, can we romance Rose? We do have a romance system in the game, and for a character to be romanceable, they need they need permission. Like, I have to say yes if I want Rose to be romanceable or not, and I'm actually not sure yet. Maybe, I'll say maybe for now, there could be a chance, but I think she would make a good romance option. I think people might like to romance a feral vampire that can't even speak. I actually think people would. I think that would be a waifu kind of thing for some people. So it could be a good idea actually. But okay, so let's enter that and hope it looks okay. Okay, I don't want the image to be there, so what I'm gonna have to do this. I think I have to put them. Yeah, there we go, that's gone. So let's just remove that because we don't want a reaction there. Okay, so actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to bold that one. That's going to be the bolded one, and I'm going to actually put that in italics so it just doesn't stand out too much. Okay, so now I'm going to enter my submission. So exclamation mark. Oh, hang on a sec. I missed something out that's very important. Have to do this so people at least know how to submit. I feel that should go last. One thing I wish Discord had was like formatting options, like to make certain text bigger and stuff. Maybe one day. Okay, the main story. Right, now I'm going to continue. This is my idea for what the little girl wants us to do, which this will be the second main quest. So, the first main quest is to find the little girl, and now we found out the second quest will happen. So this is the second quest now. Who knows? I might not even win. Someone might have a more interesting quest. But this is my idea for the second quest. Everyone should be romanceable. Yeah. I think most people will agree for their character to be romanceable. I like to give people the option because some people, you know, might not like to be romanced. You never know. But I think most people would. I'll make my character romanceable, but she'll be hardest character in the game to romance. Will she? She'll be a catch. She's a hard one to impress, that's for sure. Okay. Right. Rose is a danger to us all, and has this is the dialogue continuing, and the end of the speech mark is here. So Rose is dangerous to us all and has been locked inside here long enough. I am not dangerous, by the way. I don't hurt humans, but because I can't communicate that, I'm screwed basically. Everyone thinks I'm a monster, a horrible vampire that's going to eat everyone. Well, not eat, I'm not a cannibal. I mean, suck people's blood. But I don't. I don't do that to good citizens. But damn, I'm so misunderstood. And has been locked inside here long enough. I need you... Ooh, I can't spell. I need you to take it to the other side of the forest. I'm going to say Everbloom Forest. And sacrifice it to the monster living. Yeah. So that's my dark idea, guys. It should be in. That's my idea. So, yeah, that's my dynamic. I'm just excited to see what ideas other peeps have. And you can make it as brief or as long as you like. Obviously, don't make it ridiculously long so that it's like a novel that will take up a big gazillion Instagram slides. But if you want to make it as long as, say, Chuck's was, that's fine. I'm not even sure what the maximum amount of slides are allowed, actually. But mine is super long, which is 2 lines. I mean, super short. It's only two lines long. But it's quite simple, really. So when we do chapter 1 part 3, that's when I'll think of a way for somehow for us to get Rose into our party at that point. But who knows, maybe someone will think of an idea for that earlier. But yeah, we'll just leave it there. We'll wait to see if anybody comes up with anything and what the votes are like, and this will be open for at least a week at the minimum, so that we can let submissions build up and stuff. So we've got a few polls today, and thank you for the submission, Makara. I'll make my votes later. And we also, we have a voting only poll as well that's been there for a few weeks. It's not people being romanced, it's characters. Yeah. But it's going to be fun. I'm excited to include the romance system in the game. Okay. Whoa. I've also put live in front of my name on Twitter now. I don't know if that's effective or not. I've never done it before. But I don't do live tweets anymore. I've stopped doing them, so I've just done that instead. I noticed that some streamers do it sometimes, so I've done it. But I never tweet, so no one will see it anyway. But it'll be fun to make another Instagram thingy, the next part of the story. Also, we're gonna have to add some screenshots of the Everbloom Forest as well on here, because we're kind of done with it. I just want to get the cliffs done first, and once the cliffs are done, that's when I'll take screenshots of it's going to be like hard to take screenshots of such big maps, but I'll take the best bits and take screenshots of them. There's a party going on at the top of the hill. You hear the sounds of the cheering, screaming and shrills. You walk up to a door, hoping you're not too rash. Then Dracula opens up. It's a monster mash. Kit Crash the monster mash. I really like this quest system we got in place. It's very kind of Western RPG-ish. MMO kind of inspired as well. Keeps things organised. I'm glad that we've made a bit of progress now with the story, because it's been a while of us not knowing what's going to happen after this part of the story. So we know now that we've been introduced to a new character, me. I felt like I should be the first one, but it kind of fit, I felt. So I thought, yeah, I'll make me be the person that's screaming. Because I can't do anything else other than scream and grunt a few times. So it'll be interesting. We have a silent protagonist, and we have a party member, that a soon-to-be party member that can't even speak. So it's going to be funny how they'll have conversations. I wonder who will be the third party member to join. Because we have a few. Who have we got? Let's get the Discord open. Characters, yeah. We have 4 other party members. So, at some point, the next one will join. But who knows when. Because we're not going to introduce everyone all at once. In RPGs, people are introduced gradually. Some people won't even make an appearance until halfway through the game. But who knows how it's going to go. It's however the story ends up. So, yeah, I guess it's just the waiting game now to see what gets votes and stuffs. So, what is the next? So, I've submitted the main quest, which was the main task for today. That was, we've done the polls for maps 5 and 6. What else can we do? Let's think of what else. Because I still got to finish the parallax mapping, but I don't want to do the boring stuff on stream, like the awkward, messy stuff. There's some I've got to do map stuff, mini map stuff, actually. So that could be something. There's also enemy. We've got the mushroom and the toxic plant here on the first map. So let me just hide Discord because you can't even see. We've got I kind of started putting the enemies on the map, but we've only got those 2 so far, but we need to put more because we do have other enemies. Like on the first map we're gonna have the toxic plant and the mushrooms. The second map we're gonna have the bees and the flowers because we want some variety. We don't want the same mobs all the time. And on the third map will be a mixture. Probably have some bees, some toxic plants. And then on the 4th, 5th and 6th map, things might change. The enemies we might bring the stump and the tree, and because we got about 6 enemies that people voted on, so we're gonna have to add the others. There was a stump, there was a big tree, and there was a deer. I think they were the ones. So they'd be on the 4th, 5th and 6th maps. And because we might potentially have another party member for those maps, it makes sense for the enemies to change and get a little bit harder. I just thought of one where all men and women are cross-dressing. Yeah, totally. Introduce that to the story when the time's right, kindled, and there's a chance to submit an idea for that or a side quest. Totally do it. And hi Eva, how are you doing today? Welcome to the stream. Are you having a good Monday? I hope it's treating you well. Okay, so yeah, I'm rambling on. We got to do the enemies. We also, we have to think of some skills for them as well as the players still. We kind of did start that in one stream. We had to Google Doc up and we were thinking of enemy skills and ideas. But it was really tough. I'm not going to lie. It was actually a real challenge for me to think of stuff like that. I think it's my weakest part because of maths and things. But it's fun. And obviously battle systems are a part of RPG games. We got to have them. So, the enemies, putting them on the map, making the encounters, the skills, that's one thing we need to do. And the other thing, obviously, we're going to do the boss. The boss's home is here on the final map of the Everbloom Forest. The submission I made for the main story fits with that. I made the idea to sacrifice Rose. Sacrifice the Rose to the monster. That is the quest I've been given, but we don't know. We got to get other people's ideas first, and whatever tops the poll is the one we're going to go for. But if it so happens that nobody has any ideas and nothing hits me, then I will win by default. But we got a whole week, so we're not going to jump the gun yet. And so this monster is a mystery, the boss that's going to be living here. Be the first boss of the game. And what I'll probably do is I'll find some boss assets. We have an artist that does that I found. That's pretty awesome. So I'll get about 8 suitable boss assets that would fit with the forest theme. And the community can vote on polls for the boss that they like the most. And the one that wins will be the boss. And then we'll continue, and chapter 1 part 3 will probably be about that. So exciting times. And really after that, after we've done that, the bosses and the enemies and the maps, we need the mini map, then the dungeon's kind of done really, and we can go back to Lakefall then, which is our village. Because at map 6 we go up the ladder and it'll lead to a shortcut to Blessed Cascade again, which is the first map, and we'll have a ladder down here, and then this bridge leads back to Lakefall. And then it'll obviously events will happen, side quests will be given, and the player can go back into the forest and do side quests and stuff. And at Tallstone Mountain we have a cave here, and that'll probably be a kind of side quest dungeon as well, or maybe even a main quest dungeon, we don't know yet. But that'll allow the opportunity for us to do some cave level design, which will be quite fun, and a different kind of environment and monsters to what's been in the forest. Greetings from Iceland. Oh, Iceland. Iceland is awesome. I want to go there one day, you know. Maybe I can help you. Yeah, Eva, right. We're doing a project. We're making a game together, and all viewers and community members can get involved and vote on polls and stuff. So I'm going to just put the commands in chat for you so you can have a little peek. We've got a couple of polls for you to vote on as well. So it does make you join the Discord if you want to vote on polls though, but it's fun. It's fun to do that, so I recommend it for sure. Here's our poll today. We're thinking of names for our game for 2 of these maps here, and we got a few already. Okay, I need to also, let's copy and paste this link because we need to put this as a bot command as well. We already got a command for him? Not sure if we have, so we might have to make one. Do you like Pokemon games? I do. I haven't actually played a Pokemon game since Pokemon Yellow, but I was obsessed with Pokemon Yellow when I was much younger, and I watch people play Pokemon, and I'm a fan because they're cute. There's a lot of cute Pokemon out there. My personal favourite is Ditto, and I also like Slowpoke. Okay, so what am I going to call this? We've already got a story command, so I'm trying to think what we can call this main story command. I suppose we could have write. Okay, so we don't have to like put all of it there. We can just, you guys can't see what I'm doing, but I basically got my bot open. I'm making the command now for the main story bit. So we're nearly done. I'll put it in chat when it's done, so you can click it so peeps can get to it more easily. Articuno, awesome. What one's your favourite Pokemon, like out of all the Pokemon games, Eva? I found there was a really awesome voting thing several months back where everyone was voting for the favourite Pokemon of each gen, and I voted for mine, but I forgot their names because I'm a noob with all the generations other than one, but there's some really cute ones. The vampire will be sacrificed to our giant forest Pikachu. Oh my goodness, imagine if that is the boss of our first dungeon, a giant Pikachu. Who knows? But there'll definitely be a vote. I'm going to at least put up loads of choices for boss ideas and you guys can vote. We can only finish the paragraph or add more to it. How do you mean, right? What? Basically, you can, or you just finish the paragraph, if you know what I mean. Like, you So after where it says the little girl clears her throat and looks and says, I need you to do something important for me, your idea can be what continues on from that, anything you want it to be. So she's basically giving you the second quest there. She's saying, I need you to do something important to me, and it might involve Rose, it might not, who knows. Be as creative as you want to be. But yeah, could be anything. But like I said, you can make it be short, like just a sentence or two like mine, or you can make it be long like Chucka's submission was. Like if you look at the link for chapter 1 part 1, Chucka's submission was quite long. It's like 3.5 what do you call them, squares, images. So you know what I mean, you can make it a little bit longer if you want, but I mean, don't make it a novel, but make it a couple of paragraphs if you want, or just make it a sentence. Even make it 3 words if you want. Someone literally did a submission that was just 3 words. The ones like, here's our fake one. This was from last time. I just put these in as a test. We had like, that was Chucka's, the one that won. That's the long one. And there was some really short ones as well. Just make a big electric rat. I'm probably going to make them forest themed enemies at least, but some of them will be really shocking, maybe. We'll see. I even thought about putting a little tiny slime in as a joke for a boss, but then I'm mixing them in with some tough ones, because someone says, I want the first boss to be a little slime. That would be funny. And it'd be like, and I just want to give you guys choice of what you think would be good, because we could have something really badass and Dark Souls like that's huge and scary, or we could have something that's tiny and not scary at all. My favourite Pokemon is Pikachu and Articuno. Would you like to make me a game? Make you a game? Oh my goodness, I'm super busy already. I would love to make a bazillion games, if I'm honest. I would clone myself and make all the games if I could. Wouldn't that be cool if we clone ourselves, guys? Okay, so yeah, that's the fake Discord, by the way. I just made this to test if it works. This is the real Discord. Ooh, thank you for the submission, Makara. I'm actually not going to read it because I'm going to read it after stream, but obviously, chat, you guys read it. I'm not going to read yet because I don't want to get biased to anything and give people hints on which one I like the most or sway any voting choices. So I tend to not read or make a say of my opinion on polls. Poll submissions. I want you guys to vote yourself. Okay, so awesome. I'm going to read those after, and we'll get some more before the end of stream. Who knows? But no worries if not. I'm keeping this poll open for a week on purpose so people get a chance to vote, because it's an American holiday today. I don't know if you guys know. Are you guys American? I'm not. I'm British, but a lot of my viewers are American. And many are work lurkers. And nobody's at work today. I really want RPG Maker MV, but I'm broke. Oh no. It does go on sale sometimes though, Eva. I actually got it when it was on sale. I think normally it's about $60, isn't it? But I got it when it was like 75% off in a Christmas sale. So sometimes you can get it for much cheaper. So maybe wait for a sale. That could be a good idea. Ooh, have we got someone joining the Discord? Voice actor. We got voice actor joining the Discord. Welcome. Yay! Thanks for joining. So, why is my emote not working? That's weird. It's unusual. It's broken. Can you guys see? Is it broken for you guys as well? I don't like that. Where's my emote? Twitch better not have banned it. That's me. Yay! Well, thanks for joining. And if you want to vote on the polls, they're all here. All the info is here. Read it. I tried to make it as clear as possible. I I hope it's not too confusing for peeps. So under the Raindrop Chronicles section is where you want to be looking. I put news and updates here. That links to our Twitter. All characters and places and stuff are going to go here. Main story is here, and that's what we're doing at the moment. We're going to be submitting ideas for the next part of the story. And polls are here, and that's where you put the submissions. I need you to find some girls for my main squeeze. Yay! I forgot what the characters is. The way to see my character sheet. Okay, let's think. I have a Google Forms thing. One sec. Let's get that up. Google Forms. I'm not sure if it's public or whether only I can see. I'm just logging in at the moment. Okay, so I'm on the Google form under major NPCs, and you're here, Kindle Trash. You're the 6th one, so I'm not actually sure how I can make these public. I would like to, if it lets me, because all of it's here. Everything you've wrote, you probably might have forgot because it's been a while. So does anybody know how to make it public? I kind of would, if I could. I would do it. But I'm not sure if it's possible. I'm a voice actor, by the way. Awesome. Have you been in any animes or games or anything? Or are you? What? Let us know. I want to know. That's exciting. I need to organise all my character ideas. I've forgotten a lot. You mean? Forgotten a lot. Well, some. That's exciting, Eve. That's an awesome job to have. Are you in SAO? What's SAO? I mean, one thing I could do is copy and paste it all and send it to you. It'd be a bit of a mess. Like, I could literally just... It probably wouldn't make any sense. I'd probably have to screenshot if we couldn't make it public. Settings. Actually, let's hide this. I'm going to just do a bit of Googling. Google Forms public. It's better if I don't know. I have no clue, actually. I'm very ignorant and naive about certain things. So, Sword Art Online. Oh yeah, Sword Art Online. I actually have heard of that, but I don't know much about it. Okay, so I'm looking online. Google. How do you make Google Docs form public? I have I have a Google Docs form that when I tried to access while logged in, it asked me to log in, blah blah blah. There is a checkbox, require login to access form and form. I don't understand. That makes no sense to me. How do I make a Google form public on the web but for viewing only? I'm trying to share a Google form document. I don't know. It's the submissions that I want public, not the actual form. The form is already public. Wonder why there's not a way to save this. Because if I could, I'd save it and send it to Kindle. I can only print it. Public forms can be viewed and filled out by anyone. Private forms can only be viewed and filled out. I would make all these public. I absolutely don't care at all if people can see people's character submissions. It could kind of give people ideas. So I really want to make this public now, just so people can see, you know, like for example, Kindled doesn't remember what she's put, so it will help her remember what her character's info was. So I kind of want it to be public, but I just don't know if it's possible. I'm going to research into it anyway. Surely it's not. There's a way. Is there a way to share it? It's your birthday. Happy birthday, Eva. You're a September baby. I'm a June baby. I'm born in the summer. Okay, Google Form submissions public. Let's see if that. You're welcome. It's weird that this like doesn't seem to be a thing. I'll save responses because they don't call it submissions, they call it responses. Maybe that's why. How do I make Google Form responses public? That's it. See, I think I might have found it now. Can send more than... Yes, why? If you've got like more than one idea, then certainly write another one. That's totally fine, because sometimes that happens. We think, I've got this idea, but I've got another, and you don't mind which one wins because you like both. So if you've got more than one, then yeah, submit another. For sure. But it's a quiet one today, so we might not get many votes today on our submissions. But I'm gonna leave. It's gonna be open the week. I might leave it open for next week's stream too, so people can submit and vote then as well. Because it's a holiday day today, and it's much quieter than it usually is. So we might have to accept that there's not going to be many votes or submissions today. But this is just why we leave it open for longer. Gives everybody the chance to get in their votes. Okay, so I'm just reading how to do this. See, I'm confused. If you allow people... Additionally, you can allow people to publicly view the results of your survey. To do this, click on Settings, check See a Summary of Responses, and hit Save. People taking the survey can see a summary of responses. Well, that's what I think that's what I want. Oh, okay, I think I might have done it. I've ticked that like it says. edit after. So I'm not going to let people edit because things could get confusing, especially if I've already made people's character sheets. But if people want to add to it, who've already submitted, then just send me a DM or a message or whatever to say, actually, I want my character to be this as well. So, yeah. Hopefully now, Kindle, you'll be able to see. I think I've made it public now. So, hang on. Is there an easy way for people to get to see the form? The FAQ, I mean. Where's our Twitter? Okay, so we've got a link tree here. Actually, I really think using this link tree might be better than linking to the Twitter. See information links here. Okay, so I've changed the project command. Exclamation mark project. So now if you click the link, it will lead to what I've currently got up at the moment. And this is everything: the Twitch, the Twitter, the Discord, the YouTube, Instagram, the character sheets. Why has the colour gone weird there? I think it's because I've got a weird template going on that, a dark theme or something. And this is, the first one is the important one. Information and FAQ. So that'll lead to the forms. So if you click the forms, you should, hopefully it'll be public now. Anonymous grizzly bear. Does that mean someone's viewing? Because that's pretty cool. If so. Anonymous grizzly bear. Hi, anonymous grizzly bear. Welcome. I'm pretty sure that means someone's viewing. I don't even know. But yeah. So if you click the forms. I mean, I might actually, what I might do is I might edit this link tree at some point and add the forms to the links too, just so it's easier for people to get to the forms, the character sheet forms, rather than having to click on the doc and then click this. But I really hope it's, I think what I've done is made it public now for peeps. An anonymous sheep as well. Guys, this is badass. Google Docs is awesome, guys. I didn't know it was this awesome. There's an anonymous grizzly bear here, and there's an anonymous sheep in here. World Law Pals, when? World Law Pals. Give me an example by a World Law Pal that you'd like. Okay, because we've been doing a lot of naming things lately, haven't we? We've been naming the maps. That's been the kind of poll thing for the last few weeks. But now we're doing the main story, and that's when it's exciting. More main story. But things will be like it'll be the polls we put up. It's always just based on wherever we are with the development. Really, it could be it could be literally anything, just related to the story or the part that we're on. Religions, continent, regions, race limitations, magic system, etc. Yeah, I mean, we'll probably just do it as we go along. Like if we get to a certain point and it feels appropriate to have a law poll. It's like, because you know when we were in Lakefall and then we suddenly thought, oh, currency, what's the currency going to be? And then that's when we decided raindrops, because it was appropriate at that point to consider currency because there was shops and we're like, oh, what we're going to have as the currency. Something that we'll probably be thinking of soon is items and treasures and things like that, because we'll be like having enemy drops and things. Why is falling on my face? That is weird to have to say.
I love you.
Thank you, Rex. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I was so like distracted, but that was weird. Whatever that thing was, the phone face. How are you today? I love you today. How are you? How are you? How is your holiday day going? I hope it's going nicely. And thank you so much for 25 months. That's a long time. A very long time. It's insane. You're being too nice to me. You're the top lurker as well. What's going on? Okay, guys. Where were we? Why, guys? Why is falling on my face? Why have I got weird white stuff falling on my face? Did you play Anima Avatar Star game called Tina Me? I've not heard of that, no. What is... Have you got a link to it either? I did do an Avatar recently though, an anime one. I posted it on Twitter. And I looked pretty. It was a popular game. Oh, was it? I'm behind with the times and the trends. So guys, like, one thing I would like to know is if you guys can see the forms now. That's what I'm intrigued by. Whether it lets you see. It's not even letting me see, actually. It's dead now? Oh no. That sucks. It's a shame when that happens. As long as it doesn't make people edit the responses, then I'm cool. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, I hope it works, but I'm going to have to log out myself, I suppose, to check. But yeah, I'm going to cross that off for now. I've got too many links up here. Okay, so how are our submissions getting on? Oh, you got another one. Thanks for a submission. And guys, can't see the responses. How is it still not working? That sucks because I thought it did. Like, I literally googled it and says how do I get that to work, and I followed the instructions. So this is what I do. It lets me edit, you see, and then it lets me see the responses that way. But obviously you guys won't be able to edit because you're not the creator of the form. See, I'm confused. Okay, so for now, like, I'm gonna have to research how to get this working, but I can perhaps send you the information you want. Is there anything in particular kindled that you want to find, that you want to know about your character that you submitted, like a particular section? Because I can copy and paste the information for you and send it in a DM or something. That's something I can do for now until I'm trying to figure out how to get the responses working. I just need to reread it all. Okay, let's... There was a way to make a spreadsheet, but it'd probably look a mess. Create. We got a spreadsheet now. Yeah, that would look a right mess, and that's for everybody. I wish there was a way to share a link, you know, that would make it so much easier. Because I mean, if I just copied, literally just copied and pasted the whole thing, it would look a mess. But we could say, you know, I'm going to just do it and see what happens. So, notepad. Yeah, it's weird when I copy and paste it because I can't see what submission. I can see all the text, but I can't see the submissions. This sucks. I'm gonna have to find out how people can see responses, but I literally thought that was it. I mean, what else would it be? I'm just having a look into this. I'm gonna log out a sec and see what happens when I view this when I'm not logged in. Like, I thought that this would be something so simple to do because it just seems so straightforward to just make responses public, and I don't get why it's like such a difficult thing. I just tried going through the questions again to see if it lets me see responses at the end. It doesn't. Yeah, it should let you just see them. You know what I mean? It should, like, you know how, like, let me just get this up. Like, for me, how it's got response here, I don't want you guys to be able to see that the exact same as I do. And it, yeah, the fact that I've got, see, summary charts and next responses, the fact that for some reason that's not working is weird. I'm just figuring stuff out. Right, there's only one thing I can do then. And that's just literally screenshot the whole thing and send it to you. Because copy and pasting the text doesn't work. Because it makes everything go weird. Why? I want it to be an easy way to do this though. I'm mad. There's a print, but there isn't a save. Hang on, if I do press print, I'm gonna hide that in case stuff comes up. If I do, will it let me save it? Nope. It's how silly. And there is a way, like it lets you create a spreadsheet, but I just think the presentation of that is a mess because it's just a mess. Because people have like got entered really long responses, and I mean it works, you can see the stuff, I guess, although that doesn't really make much sense without the context. But yeah, you have to like click it to see. Hi Comic, how are you doing? Welcome. I'm doing good. Sorting out a bit of a problem with our character submission forms for our game at the moment. Just some tech errors today, but it's been fun. We're doing a lot of voting and polls and main story stuff today. If you want to know more about our project, there's the bit of info. And yeah, we have a poll. Let's write the main story. Well, it's not. Yeah, it's kind of a poll, I guess, because there's voting involved. So, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Just having a peek out of the polls to getting on. Thank you for your submissions, Macabre. I'm excited to read them. And guys, even if you don't have any ideas for the main story, then your votes will be awesome, because we'll need to see which one people favour the most. Okay, so where's my spreadsheet again? I've got so many links up here, that some tabs, I mean. I could send this to you Kindled. I mean, the other characters are here as well, though. But you can see what you said, kind of. Although it's a bit weird, I have to say, because it does, with like certain things, like the outlook and the integrity and all them sort of questions, it just gives the number and not. and not really, and I'm a bit confused by that, the context. Because there's no easy way to like send the form. Like, it lets me do this, it lets me, so if I go in Discord, I'm gonna just find you. Hang on. So I've sent you a link. I don't know if it works, but it links to a spreadsheet and your character's there, and you can it's really messy, but it's there, the info anyway. I hope that's like the only way I can think of doing it at the moment. Okay, so let's get rid of some of these links because I've got loads up at the now. I'm hungry. I've got grapes. Do you guys like green grapes? Cute accent, thank you. I'm glad you like my accent. I'm from England. This will work. That's fine, Kindled. Does that give you the info you need? I hope nothing's confusing in it, because the numbers bit was confusing for me. I like everybody's accents. I've got an itchy nose. You like the purple ones? You like the green Rex? We're gonna have to put a poll up saying green grapes or purple grapes. And whoever wins, we'll have a big giant grape monster of that colour in the game. So okay guys, let's just update you on what we've been doing today. So Discord. I just want to make sure everybody at least gets votes in. And if I can't even talk today. So poll 2 is the first one we did. We've named maps 5 and 6 today. Well, we haven't named them yet, but we're naming them. Maps 3 and 4, Silent Haven 1 and Tallstone Mountain 1 for map 4, 3 and 4. So these are the last maps we've done. We've done all the mapping now. And all that part is over for the Everbloom Forest. So we've moved on to the story. And the story is happening here at the moment in Silent Haven. Now, it would be good if RPG Maker wasn't crashing on me. There we go. So it's taking part here. This is where the first main quest is. This NPC here is the destination for the first main quest, and I've just literally written that part of the story. So it's there in the Discord basically under the main story section, which I think we've got a command for that now. There. That should work. I hope it does anyway. I am officially in the game now, my character. So we've introduced our first character. Well, our first, our first community character. Which they are here. So we've got mine, and we've got 2 Makara submissions. So I'm going to keep them open for a week. The voting at least. The submissions maybe, I'm not sure. I I might close the submissions after today and open them again in next week's stream, and have it run for 2 streams, the submissions. But the voting will be ongoing, like people can keep voting throughout the week. But this is cool. I haven't read Makara's submissions yet. 1, because they're long, and 2, because I wanna read them after stream. And it'll help me come up with ideas for how to continue the story next as well. Inspire some ideas maybe. Because it's my job to always start these chapters off. Also, we need to change that to chapter 1 part 2, because we've done that now. This is the last grape. This grape is massive. I'm not sure if I trust this grape. I don't know if I do. It's a weird one. It's a weird shape. Okay, so right, so the main thing today, which was to do this story, is done now. So nothing more for me to do now, other than just glance at the poll now and again and see if there's any new submissions. So really, like I said, it's I've got loads of bits and bobs to do, like stuff to tidy up the parallax mapping, the cliffs, enemies. We've got to put all the enemies in all the maps, think of their skills, got to do the mini maps as well. I've only done the mini maps for the first 2 so far, and obviously, yeah, the dialogue as well. Like with the girl, we got to do that dialogue when they it's all there in the first on the Instagram photo, really, what's going to occur. So, but that does have to be added to the game. I still have to do some dialogue with Carol the Barrel as well, actually, which hasn't been done yet. So I'm gonna have to make a list of all this. But I'm just excited that we've advanced with the story and we actually know what's happening now next. And other than that, I mean, I could always do some mini maps, but we're like really getting close to end of stream time, and I don't know whether it's worth starting those when the stream's like close to ending, because it's a little bit time consuming doing the maps. It's not too bad, but it's still time consuming. And so yeah, I don't really want to, because we're coming to the end, I don't want to start something too time consuming now. But it's mainly been a rambling on stream and polls and the story and stuff and chatting today. But yeah, I said it'd be a quiet one today because of the holiday, which it is. So what I'll probably do is I'll put a tweet later to remind people that we've got some polls, and we'll just do the polls again next week. We'll carry them on if we want some more submissions and votes. That's not a problem. So thank you, Brilliant, for the follow. I appreciate that. I hope your Monday's treating you well. Okay, I think I'm going to head off, guys, because it's a little bit earlier than I'd usually end. I'd usually end a bit closer to 6, but I think because we're where we are in the stream, we don't want to start anything too time consuming at this point. I like your Pikachu. Oh, that's just a Twitch Prime emote. I've just realised. I was like, that's a cute Pikachu. Now I've just realised it's a Twitch Prime. So I don't have any more because I no longer have Twitch Prime. But how are you doing, Brilliant? If you want to find out more about our project, that is the link to click. So everything's there. There's a link to all our links and some info about the game we're making and what we do. It's fun. It's been fun. So take care, guys. I'm heading off now, and I will see you again next Monday. And it'll be fun. We might. I'm not sure what we're going to do next Monday. I mean, now the mapping's done, it's probably either going to be a dialogue stream or an enemy making stream. So it'll be, or map making stream, or you know, just something. We'll see. We'll see. But we'll definitely carry on with the polls because we'll need to. It's literally just me and Makara today. So we'll carry on with that next week. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.